How did you like because the stuff that he said about the initial idea coming down, like where did that initial idea come from? Not the idea, but like how did that initial meeting happen? Like that very first, it was just a conversation. It wasn't, right? Because it was developed over time. And like I think that piece is missing from that there was like a time period that went into.
Yeah, the bank was foreclosing on a piece of primary forest that was next to Fernando and Johnny's land, and they've been preserving that for 20 years. And they wanted to buy it, and they didn't have enough money. And I don't want to say how little it cost because I don't want anybody to come here and speculate and take advantage of the situation. But it was not a lot. And I said, I can buy it. And they said, okay, but we want no strings attached. And I was like, well, I can't put that much money out of my own without actually having, I just didn't have the money to give away. I had money saved to buy land, but they said we want no strings attached and Westerners can't own land here. It's really important to us that we preserve our land rights. So I said, okay, well then we can go get money. And they said, okay, where are you going to get it? And what are the strings going to be? And the more I thought about it, there was not a single organization anywhere in the world that wasn't going to give them strings. Just nothing. Nobody I knew was going to give them that money and not want outcomes or like to own some part of it or to be able to visit it when they want. And they'd already done that once. Somebody had given them some money for land, but then that person wanted to come and they had to like roll out the red carpet every time and supply stuff. And it was just like not a gift. So I said, okay, well, let's figure out how to get you money with no strings attached. And then I started to look, I just sat down with it for like 2 months and I just kept thinking about it. And finally I really stuck. If we can figure out how to sell the carbon credits that are already on their land, then it's their money. They can do whatever they want with it. And that's where it started. And then I went to them and they said, land can't be owned. And they're like, if you don't get that, you shouldn't work on this with us. And then I went away for 2 more months and I thought about that. And then I realized they weren't buying land, they were protecting it. Like, when I finally figured it out, they weren't buying land, they were trying to protect it. It wasn't like they didn't care about owning the land. But I did it first. It took me 4 months to realize that I was not, I thought I was being altruistic, but I wasn't. And 4 months later, when I finally was, I came back and that's when we started.